Hello, today we're going to be converting radians and degrees. So to convert radians to degrees, you multiply by 180 over pi. And to convert degrees to radians, you multiply by pi over 180. So we're going to be doing some example questions, 10 of each. And I'm also going to talk about the radian circles as well, and that'll be on the second page. And so again, we're converting radians and degrees. To convert radians to degrees, again, you multiply by 180 over pi. To convert degrees to radians, you multiply by pi over 180. And so degrees is paired with degrees on the top, and radians is paired with radians on the top. And that's how I usually remember. So let's begin. So we have pi over 3 multiplied by a conversion factor. Pi is common on the top and the bottom, and we're left with 180 divided by 3, which is 60 degrees. We have pi over 4 multiplied by our conversion factor. Again, pi is common on the top and the bottom, and then we're left with 180 divided by 4, which is 45 degrees. So we have pi over 2 multiplied by our conversion factor, 180 over pi. We have pi 180. Pi is common on the top and the bottom. And then we're left with 180 divided by 2, which is 90 degrees. Let's circle all our answers. Again, pi over 6 multiplied by our conversion factor, which is 180 over pi. Pi is common on the top and the bottom, so you can cross it out. And we're left with 180 divided by 6, which is 30 degrees. Pi is common on the top and the bottom, you can cross it out. And then 7 multiplied by 180 divided by 6 is 210 degrees. So if you plug that in your calculator, that's what you should get. Pi is common on the top and the bottom, and then we're left with 5 multiplied by 180 over 4. And that should be 225 degrees if you plug that into your calculator. So 4 multiplied by 180, and that's divided by 3, should be 240. So 5 multiplied by 180 divided by 6 should be 150. So 2 pi 180, and then it's pi 3 pi is common on the top and the bottom. We're left with 2 multiplied by 180 over 3. And that should get us 120 degrees. If you plug that into your calculator, 11 pi over 6, 180 over pi, 11 pi 180 over pi over 6. Pi is common on the top and the bottom. Then we have 11 multiplied by 180 over 6, and it should be 330 degrees if you plug that into your calculator. So we have the radian circles. We have radians, number radians, and then radians of pi. So we have both. 90 degrees is 1.57 radians and pi over 2. 180 degrees is pi and also 3.14 radians. 270 degrees is 3 pi over 2 or 4.71 radians. And 360 degrees is 2 pi or 6.28 radians. So that's the radian circles. And let's move on to degrees and converting degrees into radians, and our multiplication factor is multiplied by pi over 180. And we're left with pi over 2. I multiplied by the conversion factor. I factored out a 90, and we're left with pi over 2. Times pi over 180. So I factored out, again, I multiplied by the conversion factor, and then I factored out a 180, and I'm left with just pi. Again, we're going to factor a 90, so 3 and 2. And that's how we get 3 pi over 2. And we're left with 2 pi. We're going to factor out 30, so we're left with 1 and 6. So we're left with pi over 6. And we're left with pi over 4. We multiply by the conversion factor. And we're left with pi over 3. So we're going to divide out 30 degrees. I'm left with 5 over 6. If you can figure out, for larger angles, if you can figure out the corresponding angle, like pi over 6, pi over 4, or pi over 3, so 30, 45, or 60, if you can figure out the corresponding angle, then it's going to be easier for you to find the radians, or the radian answer. So we're left with 7 pi over 4. I divided by 45 degrees, or I factored out 45 degrees. It goes into 315 7 times and 184 times. And then we have our last question. (360 minus 60 degrees is 300, so 60 degrees is the corresponding angle, and 60 degrees is pi over 3, so we're going to factor out a 60, it gets 3, and on top it goes into 305 times, so we're left with 5 pi over 3. So that was converting radians and degrees. If you need any help, feel free to comment, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a really great day.